Reaction to the leaks from Baghdad now. Rawya Rageh is there for us.
Official government reaction to the biggest ever leak of U.S. military secrets didn't take long in coming. The reply was detailed, the tone measured rather than one of anger.
Regarding the part about the conduct of the US military and affiliated security contractors, we will look into these documents carefully, whether complaints have been filed or not. As for the part that deals with non-American entities, we have to look into this carefully and investigate, whether it is truthful or politically motivated. There are many question marks about the timing and way of the release of the said documents that target the Prime Minister specifically.
But from the public, there was an even earlier judgment on the latest revelations. It was what they had suspected all along. Checkpoint killings going unchecked, private security contractors acting with impunity, rampant torture in Iraqi jails, and US soldiers failing to stop it. For Fadil Abu Sabah, a 70-year-old antique shop owner, none of it came as a surprise. Every Iraqi citizen, says Fadil, has heard of abuses in Iraqi prisons, so naturally the country's occupying force must have known too. The onus, he says, not on the Americans.
The one to blame is the Iraqi government, not the Americans. When the Abu Ghraib scandal was exposed, the American officers responsible were outed. But have we heard of any Iraqi officers being brought to justice? No.
Whichever way they slice it, they will not be spared criticism, even though some are already pointing the blame elsewhere.
From 2003 till the end of our beginning of 2008, Iraqi troops, Iraqi police and Iraqi security forces had no authority to detain, to torture, to all these allegations. It seems to me that it's an attempt to cover their own failure.
Blame aside, many Iraqis now want their leadership to take action.
In Iraq, we've become accustomed to seeing blood in the street. It's like no one cares anymore about the accountability, and that must change.
Why are private security contractors still operating here? Embassies were well protected before the war. There was no insecurity. It's these contractors who brought insecurity.
So even though these revelations do not come as a surprise to anyone in Iraq, there are calls for the Iraqi government to conduct an extensive investigation. The question is, in the absence of a functioning parliament and with Iraqi politicians still deadlocked over the formation of a coalition government, how much can be really done? Rawya Rageh, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.